Hey guys, it is Evil Bass or Ashton back at you today with a brand new zombies video. In today's video, I am ranking all 10 of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 perks as of the Tomb DLC. So we got 10 perks, 10 spots. I'm ranking them based off of my opinion, but also how useful I think they are, how good the perks are, if you're going to just grab them immediately, if they're a perk you don't really care about, and like I said, it's my opinion. So if you don't agree with my opinion, there's no need to get upset. It's just what I find useful, and ones I find more useful than others, you might find more useful than the ones that I find useful. So don't take no offense. This is just a fun video I figured to bring y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Coming in at our number 10 spot is Death Perception. And as all of you know by now, I'm not a fan of the tune. And getting this perk back was highly disappointing for me. I've never really been a fan of Death Perception since it was first introduced in Black Ops 4. Sure, the concept of the perk is a cool idea. You can see the zombies through walls, but this perk, even with augments, still isn't that good. You can barely see the zombies through walls. Because I was really playing one night with this perk equipped, and I was running around a corner, and it's supposed to scan through a wall, right? Well, it didn't, and there was zombies, and I almost got fucked. Is the only way to put it. So I'm not a fan of this perk. I never have been. Cool concept, but there was many more perks they could have brought back, like meal kick, for instance. That's a different topic. Let's just stick to this. Death perception is not a good perk. It's my least favorite perk in this game. And let's get on to number 9. Coming in at our number 9 spot is Melee Macchiato. And I don't necessarily think this perk is a bad perk. It's kind of a good perk. It's just not one I see myself getting very often. Now, the idea of this perk is pretty damn cool. You're getting the elemental fist back from Origins, which was amazing if you've played Origins. And this thing with augments is pretty freaking stacked. It's a very cool perk. It's very interesting. I just don't see myself getting it very often. It's a very unique perk. If I'm not mistaken, we've never seen a perk like this in a Treyarch Zombies game. So the fact that we have finally gotten a melee perk is pretty damn cool. I just don't think this perk is that useful for a majority of the Easter eggs. If you're running Citadel, you could argue that it's useful then, but I just don't see this perk super useful for high rounds or Easter eggs. Like I said, unless it's Citadel. By no means, though, am I saying this is a bad perk. I don't think it's terrible. It's just a perk I never go out of my way to get. I just don't have the desire to want to go grab Melee Macchiato. I don't feel like I need to have Melee Macchiato to run a good solid game of zombies. But with that being said, I think it's time for us to get onto the number 8 spot on our list. Coming in at our number 8 spot is Elemental Pop. Now, this might be where I lose some of y'all on this list, but let me make this clear. Elemental Pop is not a bad perk by no means. It is a great perk. I just find other perks more useful than it. I can make the same argument for this perk that I made for Melee Macchiato. I just don't go out of my way to get this perk early on. Whenever I'm setting up for a game of zombies, Elemental Pop is the last thing on my mind. Now, this perk with the augment system is amazing. You literally get electric cherry on it. So it is not a bad perk. This perk with augments is great. Even without augments, it's not bad. It's just I don't ever find myself getting this perk until I'm set up having all the perks that I want and that I feel like are a necessity to have in zombies. So not a bad perk. It's just not a perk I go out of my way to get early on. I don't get it until I'm almost completely set up, if I even get it then. But with me saying that, let's get on to the number 7 spot on this list.
Coming in at number 7 is Vulture's Aid, and we have not seen this perk since Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies on the map Buried. No, I was very excited to get this perk back. It's a great perk, but once again, same argument. Rinse and repeat. I know I'm pulling a damn Activision over here. There's more perks that I find better than it. But I do like being able to get shit ton of salvage up off the ground, getting extra bullets, getting things like 10 points. You get the cloud of smoke if that's what augment you want. You can have extra wonder weapon ammo. You can get tactical and lethal equipment a whole lot faster. It drops more often.
With salvage dropping a whole lot quicker, you'll be able to get your weapon upgraded to a higher rarity a whole lot faster, which is a big necessity in Black Ops 6 Zombies, because the better weapon rarity, the better your gun.
You can get salvage to purchase your lethals and tactical equipment a whole lot quicker. You can get your score streaks. You can get a good chunk of things in the game, and that is awesome. But although I find this perk more of a necessity than the last three, I do not find this perk to be more of a necessity than the upcoming six perks that I have yet to rank on this list. So with that being said, let's get on to number 6.
Coming in at number 6 is PhD Flopper, and I'm really torn on where I place this. I actually have it ranked higher than what I originally did. I had Vulture's Aid at number 6, but as you can see, I swapped that around. PhD Flopper is literally one of my favorite perks in this game, but I'm trying not to let favoritism get too much in the way of where I rank the perks. But I really wanted to put this one higher due to the fact of having PhD sliders. Sliding in the zombies and causing an explosion is so much fun. Being able to dolphin dive and cause an explosion is so much fun. Being able to have my slide duration increased and the speed increased is so much fun. You can literally zoom around the map. This and stamin-up mixed together is an insane combination. This perk is amazing. You take no explosive damage. You can use the ray gun. You can use the GS45s. I think it's the Frost line. You can use the Sigma. This perk is literally amazing. But like I said, I cannot let my favoritism get into a way. I know this is an opinionated video, but it's opinionated based on how useful the perks are, not on which one's my favorite. And just for that reason, I had to put this one at number 6. I really wanted it in the top 5, but you're fixing to see the top 5. So let's get right into number 5. Coming in at number 5 is Quick Revive, and this is our first OG perk on the list, all the way back from Road at War. If this was Road at War Quick Revive we was talking about, it would easily be the worst perk, because Quick Revive and Road at War was useless unless you was playing in co-op, because you cannot self-res. But in Black Ops 6, you automatically get a self-res in solo, but with Quick Revive you get your health regen to be a lot quicker. You can get augments to where whenever you revive your friends, you each get a speed boost to get out of whatever situation you was in. You can get an augment to revive your friends, and they keep all 3 of their perks on their perk list from the drain out bar. And it's a really good perk. It's useful for co-op. It's useful for solo due to the health regen and the other bonuses it has. I really was debating on not putting this one in the top 5, but it just felt wrong to. It's an OG perk. That might be a little biased, but I think Quick Revive is one of the best perks for co-op and even for solo, just due to the fact of the health regeneration being increased, because that is a major bonus whenever you're playing. Because health regen is a little slow, but with this, your health regen's a hell of a lot faster, and that's what you want in zombies, especially whenever the zombies are so aggressive as they are. Sure, zombies is easy in Black Ops 6, but the zombies are still aggressive. Whenever you're playing Liberty Falls or Terminus, and manglers just start spawning out of their ass, Quick Revive comes in clutch. It comes in clutch on Citadel. It comes in clutch on the Tomb, and I fucking hate the Tomb. We're not going down that path again. That has been said and done. But Quick Revive, easily a top 5 perk in my opinion. Great perk. I'm glad that they have made it more useful than what it already was. Like I said, great perk. I really believe it deserves to be in the top 5. I think it deserves to be in anybody's top 5. That's just my opinion. But great perk. Came in at number 5. Let's get into our number 4. Coming in at number 4 is Speed Cola. Speed Cola is my favorite perk. I love this perk. I love any form of speed that I can get in a zombies game, and speed is in the name of this beauty of a perk. I cannot stand being slow. I cannot stand reloading slow. So the fact that I can get my reload speed increased, mwah, this perk is great in every aspect. I love this perk since the OG days of zombies. It's great. It's perfect. It's amazing. It is the best perk in my opinion. And this would be one of the first perks I run to get in a zombies game. The augments for this perk are great. You can have an augment to where if you don't have your weapon equipped, it'll reload while you have it in your backpack, basically. The augments for this perk are amazing. Everything about this perk is great. I'm not trying to glaze it, but I cannot help it. It is my favorite perk. I love Speed Cola. I think this is one of the most perfect perks in zombies. I think this was one of the best innovations whenever this perk came out on Varuk. It was game changing. It is amazing. Like I said, being able to reload faster. And then on top of that, the augment system makes this perk even better. I really wanted to put this perk up higher. I really wanted it in my top three due to the fact that it's my favorite. But just because it's my favorite doesn't mean I have to rank it higher than the others. I have to be realistic. I have to look at perks. But although this is my favorite, I have to pay attention to the ones that are better. As much as it hurts me to say that, the top three perks in this game are better than Speed Cola due to the augments and just due to the perks overall. Let's get right into the top three, starting with our number three spot. Coming in at our number three spot is Stamin-up. This is my second favorite perk. This perk is great. This was originally my favorite perk, but my opinion has changed. Speed Cola is not my favorite perk, but we're talking about Stamin-up now. Let's be realistic. Whenever you're playing a game of zombies, one of the first things you're going to want to grab is Stamin-up. Nobody wants to be slow. Nobody wants to take fall damage. And due to the augment system, Stamin-up is what prevents any form of fall damage if you have that augment equipped. The other augments can increase, I think, tactical, sprint. All the augments for this perk is great. This perk is amazing. This is a necessity for zombies. You have to train in this game. Camping is not really a thing in zombies anymore, just due to the fact of how the zombies spawn. The game is not built for you to camp, so therefore you have to run around. What do you need to run around? You need speed. What gives you speed and makes you faster at running? Stamina. Stamina is easily a top three perk. I believe this is one of the best perks in zombies. Once again, it was one of the best perks introduced whenever it was first put into zombies on the map Ascension. This perk is amazing. Being able to run at a quicker speed is game changing. Being able to just be fast, man. You're basically the Flash. And this with PhD slider equipped, holy shit, you are on fucking fire. This perk is great. I love it so much. It is game changing. It is a top perk that you need whenever you're playing zombies. Nobody wants to be slow. Like I said, be realistic. If you're playing a game of zombies, one of the first perks you're grabbing is Stamina. If it's not, I ain't going to judge you. But what the hell are you doing? Nobody wants to be slow. Nobody wants to take fall damage. Just proved it right there. That is a big game changer right there. If you need to get out of a tight situation and there's a bottom area you can jump to, jump off a ledge and you're fine. Restart your train. It is amazing. This perk is great. But although it's great, I think there are still two perks better than it. So let's get on to our number two spot. Coming in at number two is Deadshot Daiquiri. Some of y'all might be thinking, really? Deadshot number two? Well, let me explain to you. I have always thought Deadshot was an underrated perk, but if we're talking about Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3's Deadshot, even Black Ops 4's, it's not really a perk that you're going to want to grab unless you're camping. Even then, how hard is it to aim for the head of a zombie? But this is Black Ops 6. We have augments now. Augments on this perk are insane. You can do increased damage to armor plates on zombies. You have increased critical damage on your first bullet. This perk is great. You want a high damage output. You don't want to be shooting zombies and shoot them with a fucking Nerf bullet. You want to do as much damage output that you can deliver. This perk is great. I really believe it's one of the best perks in zombies. The accuracy, locking onto the head can be argued because I don't think PC players really get the aim assist. But if you're on console, you just press L2 or LT on Xbox and you're automatically locked onto the head. But like I said, you can argue it's not that hard to aim for the head. Just aim for the head. Okay, well, that's not why I put this here. I put this here because of the increased damage output that you can deliver to a zombie. Being able to have an increased critical shot or being able to destroy their armor a whole lot quicker is amazing. It is one of the perks, like I said, that I find myself getting as soon as I get into a game of zombies, unless I'm on Liberty Falls to where I have to wait for Wonder Fizz or get lucky by getting it on the house or Soda Fountain. If I'm on Terminus or Citadel or the Tomb, I'm getting Deadshot Daiquiri as soon as possible. That is one of the first perks I get. It is amazing. It is a necessity. You might not agree with me, but I believe this perk is a necessity due to the damage output. It is great. It is game changing. It is amazing. Always have thought this perk was underrated, and I'm glad that it's finally one of the best perks in zombies due to the augment system. With that being said, let's figure out what our number one perk is on this list right now. Coming in at our number one spot is the OG Juggernog. I'm sure many of you could have guessed that because how can you have a zombies list without having Juggernog at number one? 9 times out of 10, whenever you're playing a game of zombies, as soon as you get enough points, the first perk you are purchasing is Juggernog because anybody with a brain is going to want extra health in a zombies game. Nobody is going to want to go down quick. Anybody is going to want extra health that's going to prevent you from going down quick. The augments on this perk are insane. You can get 300 health if that's the augment you want, or you can get reactive armor to where if your armor plate gets destroyed, you shoot out a stun from your plate. That is Widow's Wine. Widow's Wine was one of the best perks in Black Ops 3 Zombies. That was a big necessity due to the fact if a zombie smacked you, you splooshoon everywhere and you stop the zombies for a split second. Having that back on this perk is game changing. It makes this perk a whole new perk. Juggernog is the best perk in zombies. It is the number one perk. It is the best. It is the GOAT. It is the greatest. Ever since this was introduced in Verruct, this has been the number one perk. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you think there's anything different about my list that you would say, leave it in the comments. I'd like to hear y'all's opinions. Give me y'all's perk list. What do y'all think's the worst perks in this game? What do y'all think's the best perks? Let's have a debate in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's have fun. That's what we're here for. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe. Evil Bass signing out. Peace out.